All right, so this is where the hard work begins. And when I say hard work, I literally mean that. This part took me, as myself and my brand, 2 to 3 years to really hone in and develop. I'm not saying that's how long it's going to take you. What I'm trying to get through to you right now in this moment is that I really want you to think and be clear and concise with every idea and thought you have when it comes to beginning to define your brand. A few housekeeping items. In your workbook, you're probably looking at workbook page number 1 and 2 as this has nothing to do with my brand. So let's walk through that really quickly. The first worksheet is the brand perception survey. This is something that you need to send to as many people as humanly possible. Within the worksheet itself, I do say about 8 to 10 people is usually a good rule of thumb, but that's how many people you want feedback from. So sending out to more than the number of people that you need for your feedback is really the best thing to do. So let's walk through this brand perception survey really quick. There are a set of questions that you will see located here. These are the questions that you're going to copy and paste to a personalized email, someone that might be a client or someone who is a friend, a family member, a mentor, or even someone who's purchased a product from you in the past. You'll copy and paste this into an email along with a personalized message that asks them to give you some feedback. These questions are writing 3 words to describe how you feel about this person, or what can this person do that's easy for them and difficult for others. Another question example is what is misunderstood or perceived by this individual, being you or your brand, whichever name you decide you want to move forward with when asking the answers for these questions. It's really important that you get these answers as soon as possible because we will be using the answers from these questions in worksheets 6 and 7 going forward. And that's coming up really fast. So make sure that you pause this video and go and do this. I cannot stress enough how important the brand perception survey really truly is. Next, we're going to talk about worksheet number 2. This is a really important document as well. This is a chance for you to really, truly take a hard look at you and the business that you may have already started or have been working on for a few years now, and audit yourself and your brand. Talk about your website. Do you have one? Do you really like it? What do you want to change about it? Kind of give yourself some really honest answers here. And give yourself the space to say, I hate everything about my brand right now. And that might be a really big reason why you're taking this course, is you really want to redefine your brand for Instagram. Another thing about the self-audit is that you need to make sure that you're willing to make Instagram a daily habit. This is a chance for you to write down your commitments and your goals when it comes to your Instagram account. If you're looking to have 10,000 followers by the end of the year, you need to be writing that down as a goal so that we can begin to build those ideas into your Instagram strategy later on. The last part of your self-audit is to really talk about your email communication style. Do you have weekly emails that are going out? How are you bringing in people from your email list to your Instagram account? Or how are you bringing people from your Instagram to your email list? Email is one of the most popular marketing tools. And it's not just popular for the sake of being popular. It's popular because it's still the most easily targeted piece of marketing out there. People are more apt to open and read their emails than they are to look at your Facebook posts. So make sure that you begin thinking about email a little bit more seriously. Okay, now that we have those 2 worksheets out of the way, hopefully you've begun to work on them a little bit, or you have them on your checklist for when this video wraps up. Now we're going to talk about what a brand is. So what is a brand? A brand is someone or something or a business that has a defined mission, a vision, and pillars of success as defined by you, the owner. It's incredibly important that you begin to have some of these pillars for success so that you can really understand how you want to create your Instagram experience. And yeah, Instagram is an experience. You'll hear me say that a lot. So now that we've kind of discussed some of the basic, really tiny core concepts of what a brand is going to have, we're going to do some Instagram work and branding. So going back to our worksheets, we have worksheets number 3 and worksheets number 4. In worksheets number 3 and 4, we're really going to focus in on how to define some of your beliefs. Your beliefs are going to help you create a mission and a vision for your brand. So refer to worksheet number 1. Go ahead and bring that up, or you can watch the screen and we'll walk you through the worksheet itself. A brand is simply how you define your brand's experience to others. So when you are working through this worksheet, you need to understand how you're going to provide an answer to and how you're going to involve your personal and business beliefs within each of your Instagram posts. A really great example of someone who is missing the mark on that is if I, being a marketing person, am going to talk about how my life is as a mother. If you're following my Instagram account, you probably don't really care a whole lot about my life as a mother. You probably care about how I manage my life as a mother when I'm a major marketing company, right? So that way, if you are a mom who's learning about marketing, you understand how to time manage some of the marketing aspects of your business when it comes to managing kids and schedules and stuff. Whereas if I started talking about personal experiences as a mom, it's a little bit different and not exactly something that you want to have as a piece of content to read. So when we go into talking about your brand and defining your beliefs, we need to think about what beliefs are to us. Realistically, beliefs are closely held ideals that you have tucked into your soul since you were a young child, something that has always driven you and really just made you the passionate person that you are. I've always been a leader-oriented person and have been someone that really wants to take care of and teach and show the way to as many people as humanly possible, which is why I do classes like this and a lot of public speaking. And for me, one of those beliefs, that belief, that core center of me, my entire heart and soul, is that. So I make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing and talking about is adhering to that belief. And that is similar to the concept that you need to be going forward with when it comes to filling out worksheet number 3. The next part of this worksheet is something that's going to feel super weird. I'm going to be totally honest, because it felt really weird when I did it too. Here's the process for digging into your beliefs. You need to find a super quiet space. I'm not talking about locking yourself in a closet when your kids are running around outside that closet, or even going away into the lunch break room while you're at work. I'm talking about an actual quiet place, something that feels a little bit more serene. Maybe, if you're into taking a nice long bath, you go and take a nice long bath at night with quiet music, and you begin to think about who you are. What is it that you believe in? And then take that time to get out of the tub and chill out a little bit, and then write down some of those ideas that come to you. And maybe it's not going to take just a quick 25, 45 minutes. Maybe it's something that you're going to do over the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, and that's okay. There's no reason that you should be rushing through any of this just to get it done for the sake of it being done. You need to be working on this just as you would work on yourself and becoming a better person. You want to become a better person. You want to be a better brand. The next thing I would like for you to do after you've had time to really think about, your beliefs and your ideals and how you want to bring those to light is to write down your top 5. And if you don't have 5, that's okay. Realistically, I have 3 because I don't feel that I need to have 5, 6, or 7 different beliefs. I want to have 3 core messages. The smaller number of beliefs that you have, the more clear and concise your messaging is going to be. And that's it. That's all for worksheet number 3. Just write down your top beliefs after you've had some really great time to kind of mull over and think about your beliefs as an individual. Worksheet number 4 is really fun. Now that you've written out your beliefs, you're going to give a little bit more definition to those beliefs, and you're going to put actions to those beliefs. So along your journey, you likely have had a variety of visioning exercises, or what might have felt like visioning exercises via a Pinterest board or what have you. And we are going to do a little bit of that because Instagram is such a visually driven platform. But I really want you to focus on the words that you're using based off of the beliefs that you've been able to define. It's very easy to get wrapped up in how other people are defining their beliefs or how other people are defining their vision. And I don't want you to think about any of that. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Think about who it is for you, the individual, and write down a simple one-sentence statement. I'm not talking as many characters as humanly possible. I'm thinking probably more like a 6 or 7 word sentence. Something that's clear, concise, and to the point. Because when it comes to using our vision statement that we're going to create, it's probably going to be your Instagram bio. So don't get wrapped up in making it clear and short and concise. Write it out however long it needs to be. When I first wrote my vision statement, it took 4 or 5 pages, I think. It was incredibly long, and that's okay, because what I did then was I reread it and I'd cut it down every single time and making it more clear, more concise each and every single time I read through that. And again, it took me a while to get through it, but I believe in you and I think that you can do it fairly quickly too. Once you've been able to write out your vision statement, I'd like for you to try a couple of things. I'd like for you to begin putting some visuals into it, sketch it out, and create a Pinterest board. Start gathering images and colors and concepts and words that really hit home for you based off of the vision statement that you've created. I'm a huge believer in creating a vision board, and I definitely loved cutting out magazines when I was a kid and gluing them and just the process of doing that. So if that's something that works for you, forget about Pinterest. Do the vision board, do the cutting and the gluing, maybe involve your kids, maybe involve your friends, have a vision boarding exercise with them, and get to the point of your brand visually. All right, so that's the end of this video. By now, you should have worksheets 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the works. Make sure that you send out as many brand perception survey requests as possible. Again, this is going to be incredibly important in the next video. We're going to be doing a brand word jacking exercise. It sounds super weird, I know. A lot of this process is gonna feel kind of weird and abnormal because you haven't done it before, and it's something that's really getting into the core of who you are. So make sure, again, you send out that brand perception survey to as many people as humanly possible. And if you only get 5 or 6 back, not a big deal. We can work with what you've got. The next thing I want you to make sure that you work on is that you finish up your vision statement and start creating some visuals that have to do with your brand. That's also going to be really important going into the next few videos. If you have any questions about what a brand is or how to really define your brand and understand how to create these beliefs and then translate that into a vision statement, hit us up in the Facebook group. Or something you can do too is schedule a one-on-one call between me and you, and we'll really dive into dissecting your brain and figuring out how we can create those beliefs that really hit the core of who you are as a person. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, you can find us in the Facebook group, and I'll see you in the next video.